Hi, my name's Jada Sonica, and welcome to my playthrough of the game The Old City Leviathan. Ticks? Fleas? Yeah, fleas. Fleas look like that. I think. Yeah, pretty sure fleas look like that. Giant thing that was walking.
One of the larger unknowing camps is nearby. Their lack of organization tends to make it difficult for them to avoid the conflicts between the Guild and the Order. Of course, the unknowing themselves make their own little raids. This results in it being difficult to maintain any sense of pity. Regardless, I'm sure the onslaught was horrendous. People never fight harder than when someone else attempts to uproot their anchor, even if that someone only does so by existing.
Devs have some very insightful and interesting thoughts. Make the leap. That goes nowhere, right? I don't know. Yeah, that goes nowhere. I don't know why there are so many locked up or bullet holes. Danger. Unauthorized personnel keep out. Plus, can I go in there? No. That means that the society that created that must have had the machinery, the industry available to make those signs that have a minotaur on them. More bullet holes. Here, fly. Think. In order to make that sign that had the minotaur on it, given that this isn't all just some sort of illusion of my person. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. That one says exit, so I'm gonna go this way. If it isn't all an illusion of the mind of my person that I'm playing, then the society that was in place in this culture would have had to have the infrastructure available to make that sign with the minotaurs on it. So oh, that says welcome to Jerusalem. I guess we thought this would be some sort of haven, a light on the hill. We thought we could hide away from what the other dwellers were doing to each other, although we hated them just as much as they hated us. I guess we thought we were simply right, making us exempt from the conflict. It's all backwards, you know. I mean, I get it. The world fell, yes, everything went to shit. It's just that I think we assumed people would be largely the same after the old world left us. But just listen to me. I sound like a minotaur, speaking in circles about how terrible we all are, with not a friend in the world to comfort me. It's funny how I thought of them as antisocial, insufferable, and worst of all, arrogant. Now I feel as though I see the point in the isolation. I hate that it has to be this way. That one was the 3rd of October. Can't read those. What's with the pictures of the locks? Wow, why did coming down here actually increased my pulse rate? How weird. What the heck is that? Dead rat. Welcome to Jerusalem.
All of our dreams at their core involve some sort of contentment. This is the one desire we all share, but is it a goal that really should be met? After finding contentment, what then? Where is there left to explore after the last temporary comforts of happiness have been extracted?
So am I actually in the old city? It says it's Jerusalem. This doesn't look like the promised land to me. I want to go look at that water fountain. Ooh, look at that water. It's so clean. Maybe that's where the pure water comes from. There's no name on the pipe. So I'm gonna go up there now. Maybe it's Jerusalem because that water is so clean? Is that where it came from? Yeah. Then again, there's like incandescent lights. Who's lighting them? What is this? Unbending quest for truth. Inspection of artificial backgrounds or practical consequences. Became insane with intervals of horrible sanity. Ignoramus. I can't read that one. Is the Orange of God? Is that what? I can't see if that's an O or a B or what. I don't know, I can't read that. I can go outside here. I don't think I'd feel very safe in this place, honestly. I mean, it looks like there's like little huts or little areas where people just set up their... I don't even know what... a bed. But this is a very big opening. And that giant flea thing. It's pretty big. Edit that out. KYM40. These are all very brightly painted. Like body parts, except for that's definitely a fishtail. Those are fish. Yeah, those are fish. So there was some industry. It's just dead fish everywhere. What the hell? Dead fish in soda cans. Down. Hello game, don't make me stuck. Leviathan. Maybe it's like Mad Max or something. The survivors have just taken the names of things that they found and turn them into things that they don't
Our
really...
island is plagued with the fruits of a collective mental landscape that defines us as desperately holding on to something correct. So there is no place to hide, without truly secluding, or perhaps risking, the inland. On some level, I feel as though I cannot blame the dwellers. Their zeal for truth is commendable. They're fighting for something, rather than keeping it to themselves. They're acting instead of hiding. Still, must cruelty be the manifestation of certainty? If only truth did not need to be compatible with itself. If only we didn't need an anchor to be right. If only we could sail instead of collecting dust on the memories of voyages past.
This trail of blood. It goes to that place with all the fish. What was with that dead whale? It's really weird because it's like there was a post-apocalyptic world and then everyone just poofed. 6th of October. Alright, it's time. I have made my decision. The guild will be here in 3 days' time, and my venture in isolation awaits. It's odd that I never acquired any sort of dubbing. I remember that the old Minotaurs, the ones who still remember the pre-fallen world, acquired the title after breaking from the council. It's all rather stupid. Modernity, they called themselves. Members of the guild, order, and the unknowing all gathered together to make decisions on who is what before the conflicts even began. All it took was one spark, a single disagreement between people entrenched in their own ideas, to initiate an infinite turmoil. The guild called it heresy, the order called it ignorance, and we, unknowing, sat around screaming about their need to be educated so as to stop the oppression. To think the ideas weren't even their own. Their ideas came straight from the old city. Yes, I have seen how this works. These green pipes, these charitable structures, they are the root of our entrenchment. Well, no longer. I will find the source. The other thing is that there's no typewriters. So whoever posted these notes would have had to have journeyed out here and posted that note and then gone back to where the typewriter was. Or posted out all of the notes and predated them. It doesn't make any sense. I know. They said that it was a crazy person that... The floodgates. You know, away from all of this weird remnants of civilization, it just looks like a really pretty world. I mean, that's really pretty. That's really pretty looking. Handy Tire Corp? Tires, that's what we do. I mean, these just look like regular old spider webs. That means that there must be something living. Because it didn't look like a cobweb, it looked like a spider web. Ooh, so spooky and dark. Nothing. This is the same kind of sound effect as Mist. The game Mist. The deep. More books. Yeah, if these books were this close to the water by the ocean, They would be so swollen. Their pages, they wouldn't look like that. Thus our eyes waiting, eyes of God upon us, just eyes, no perspective. But the narrative, if only they could have seen that we all see. Every last one of us, dwellers, minotaurs, pre-mods, all of us. We all see. Every last man, woman, and child on this island can truly see. It is simply that we all see a different narrative, a different truth, oppression of the diversity of voice. Yes, the diversity of truth is what makes truth a nonsensical enterprise, fit only for those who would oppress. The rules are gone. Yes, gone, gone, gone. And there is nowhere now to return but to the truth of all truth. These voices of old were narratives, for the mixing pot of our time, the great soup of neurosity that is our species. Well, that's certain. We should welcome them. We should embrace their absolute correctness as a lack of correctness itself. What can be known? Nothing, nothing. What can be understood? Nothing. Oppression is the monopoly of a narrative where other narratives could lie, you fools. You absolutely insane mongrels. I hate you. I hate you all and your non-competitive naris. I'm sorry, do forgive me, please, but only in my love for our collective narrative can I condone the rejection of your entirely problematic oppression. Idiots, 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 yes? Truth must be compatible with itself, you say. No. Truth must be allowed. I reject the singular nature of your universe, O order, and your pretension. Is that spelled wrong? Pretension? Pretension? I don't know. I reject the infallible nature of your tradition, Guild, and I reject every last one of your preposterous nuances who would stifle my narrative. My narrative is a dream. Ha! Would you suggest that there is a reality that is not my own, not your own, and not of anyone to have ever thought? You fool, you pretentious, arrogant fool. There are no dreams. There is only a multiplicity of narratives that all show an equally diverse truth that aligns itself with the experience of those who would be willing to live, to imagine. I will kill you, O you oppressors. Okay? I will not hesitate to cut the heads off every last one of you stupid buffoons, and drink the blood of your useless corpses. I stand for the right of the people, the right of all people to their own truth. Come forth those who would destroy my narrative, and show your vile and disgusting nature. I am certain that you are wrong, you cretins, and I will not stop until you allow our voices in all of their diversity to be heard. The voice of one who is unknowing. Okay, pretentious is spelled correctly. Pretentious is spelled correctly on the second page, but... Oh, preposterous. It's late at night. And I can't see it very well. I was gonna say, the language in this, I don't think that somebody who was speaking this way would misspell something like that. I can't get up there. So, people in Jerusalem were living in shipping crates? What? I just heard a foghorn or a boat horn. get up there? This feels like a very solid world. So I can't get up there? There's a door there. Ooh. There's an awful lot of this coleus about. Definitely looks like coleus. I think it's called coleus. Pretty sure it is. So this person that's writing the notes wants to chop the head off of other people. And the non-believers are called minotaurs. What's the difference between the unknowing and a minotaur? I don't know which way to go. Honestly, because they're doors that go out and ooh. Did I just... No, this is someplace new. Isn't it? Is it? I don't know. Yes, it is. It's the other side of that place over there. Okay. I don't know what to think. Because to build things like that with arches and bricks and pipes, there has to be a certain level of civilization in order to build certain things. I mean, any backward civilization could probably make a post fence like that. But to build arches, one has to have an understanding of how the center point of the arch works, or whatever it's called. At the apex of an arch, the stones have to be balanced a certain way, so that the arch, it leans on each other so that it doesn't fall, I guess is the way to explain it. And that's not something that you would find in post-apocalyptic society, I guess.